Hey, Ian from BigWillyJeep.com. I was just welding up some rock sliders to go out, and I thought I would do a little time lapse and then kind of go over how I put them together. I use jigs. Obviously, I have to use a jig, but these are my jigs here. But they're basically just a reproduction of the body. I built a set on a Jeep, and then built my jigs, and they seem to turn out pretty well. I haven't had any complaints about how they fit or anything like that, so it seems to be working out good. But anyway, for the step, I just drag my weld. I don't try and puddle it up and make it look all pretty or anything. I just drag it real slow to fill that gap. Usually I leave like an 1/8 inch gap there where the two pieces come together. Same with the bottom here. Usually I'll weld this in here too, right there. I guess I need to do that real quick. I missed that. But I put a couple stitches on the inside, and this is the gap I'm talking about, the little V there. And I don't weld this here. I think it's too long of a weld. I think it looks better with just a tight seam like that. I do weld that corner there, but as for that weld, I just leave it. I think it looks much cleaner, actually. Before I put this piece on, I do weld in this corner down, and then I put this brace over it and weld that to it. Always don't forget to put your carriage bolts in there. I've tacked that on before and forgot the carriage bolts. And then anyway, I try to weld those at a slope, just, I don't know, 25, 30 degrees. Just makes the weld flow a little bit better. If you weld that that whole corner, looks like I need a little tack on the end there to fill that too. But yeah, that's basically it. And in the time lapse, I do show that I start this piece here at this corner before you put this on, before you put the brace on, and then form it over this way. Tack it as you go, and then you can weld it and put this brace on the bottom. So that's probably about it. Just those stitches in the back. Like I said, weld that corner in there. And the bottom, just some stitches there. I do weld that and then grind it flat. That weld doesn't end up looking very good because there's not much of a gap there. It just kind of sits on top. Same with there's a little gap right here where the piece comes together. I weld that. Try and weld that first before this weld, and then you can weld this right over the top of it and make it look a little bit better. Or even better, weld this one, grind it like I have there, and then weld this. Makes it look a lot better. So what I do here is I grind flat with the top, and then I grind flat on this edge all the way around. And then I take the grinder, use a flap wheel, and I just kind of roll it around this corner and going a little bit steeper every time I go, like that. Do that a couple times till the edge gets rounded, and you come up with a surface, if this will focus, pretty much like that. Flap wheel is really the key. I mean, you could DA that after too to get it even better, paint ready. Same with the bottom here. And I always try not to put a tack on the top right here. You can see why. So it's hard to get in that corner and clean that up. I always put the tack on the side here. I haven't welded a set of these in months, so I'm kind of out of practice, truthfully. Not really all that proud with how these look, but they're okay, I guess. I think that's it. Here's a little before. And after. Thanks for watching. Ian at BigWillyJeep.com. Welded rock sliders. Thank you.